fig. She's a false goddess. Quick acknowledging false goddesses, gods and goddesses on God's days. Check this out. There's going to be a partial solar eclipse. A partial solar eclipse tomorrow night. Tomorrow will be a new moon. Now, interesting, what I have seen, that it was a super blood moon in June 15, 2011, 7 years from here, and it had in July 1st, it had a partial solar eclipse in it. So it looks like this, what is going on is this pattern is repeating itself. And if that's the case, if it's repeating itself, we should be expecting something from the fulfillment of the July 27th blood moon. Should be expecting a fulfillment very soon if it's following the pattern of the June 15, 2011. So a partial solar eclipse will be, I believe, Saturday night for y'all. But be watched as well as pray. But the topic of the message is very important to understand. Very, very important. I've been talking about understanding, and how important it is. But I want to talk, I like, looking at things and patterns and ways and stuff like that. But I want to talk about the reality of which LV vision are you seeing people from? LV vision. Now, now there's two LV visions. And one LV vision is love and victims. Yeah. Love and victims. And the other one is lust and villains. Yes. The visions, and that's why I love looking at 1 John 1 and 2. Of course, the whole book of 1 John is awesome on what John perceives things in the proper perspective and show forth the ideal of, as Christians, we need to see love and need to see lust, and we need to see it from the proper perspective if we truly want to be about being of the light, or being of darkness. Now, the ideal, what I'm trying to say, this vision is, if you have love in your heart, you will start seeing people as victims. What people that done you wrong, you will start seeing them as victims. See? And that's the thing about the idea of what God is all about. Concerning the Lord's Prayer. Our Father, which art in heaven, hallowed be thy name, thy kingdom come. That the ideal is about forgiveness. Like at the end, thine is the kingdom and the power and the glory forever. And that's what Jesus shows. If you don't forgive this person, your Father in heaven won't forgive you. If you forgive this person, the Father in heaven will forgive you. See, it leads to forgiving. But the only way you can truly be about forgiving somebody is to understand that this person is a victim of pretty much how they were raised, or they experienced something bad in their life. They became victim to somebody else wrongdoing, or they did something wrong to someone else and they did not have the proper somebody didn't raise them up properly, influence them properly to make decisions in spite of how they were being mistreated, unfortunately, as a lot of people in this world. But the thing is, now when you start to see people in the eyes of love, and you will start seeing that these are victims. As what Jesus Christ died on the cross for our sins, and he got, that I did a message on, he got in a position when he was up on a cross. He saw spiritually that humanity are victims of Satan's deception. He didn't see, in the flesh that, oh, look at these Roman soldiers ripping my flesh. Look at, men doing me wrong. He saw in the spirit that Satan is kingdom of darkness is deceiving men to do wicked things and do hurtful things. And he says, now, Father, forgive them, for they know not what they do, concerning pretty much that they have the LV concerning lust, villains. You know what I'm saying? Vision. And it's a vision that too many people have, to see people, when people do wrong, they see them as villains. They say, you're a villain. You're out to get me. You out to make sure that I do not accomplish things in life. You're jealous of me. You know what I'm saying? You hate me because I'm this and I'm that. Pretty much is what this secular world concerning influence, music, and all kind of other stuff is trying to get people to think that, that viewpoint is a correct viewpoint. Well, is a way you should respond to people, pretty much, in a negative way. But the thing is, and here's the thing about the now, like in LV love victims vision, you're supposed to see in the light. And what you're supposed to see in the light about people, you know what I'm saying, that did you wrong, that people are similar to other people. But here's the thing in LV concerning lust, villains, what you don't realize, you start believing, is people are the same, same person. Like the same person that did me wrong, you was in a relationship, and this person did you wrong, and that person did you wrong. Now you're in a relationship with someone, in a relationship with someone, and now you think, well, that person is the same as that person. You know what I'm saying? That person's going to do me wrong. It's what this viewpoint of being a villain, vision, pretty much, this LV vision is all about, is to make people think that this person's the same as the other person that's trying to do me wrong. Now, is that a correct vision of seeing people? Well, it will always be incorrect, because in reality, in the truth, is that it's called DNA. You know what I'm saying? That I keep always talking about to people. DNA is the ideal that we are different from one another. Everybody is different, and everybody will do things different, no matter how similar. They may do things similar, but they will always do something different because they are created different, as we know concerning DNA. That our handprint is different from everybody else's handprint. You know what I'm saying? And that's that God fearfully, wonderfully created us different, is what people in darkness with the LV vision of lust and villains won't understand. And what happens is that now, like, people in darkness, they look at things based upon a knowledge perspective. More likely, I call it, I know this, I know that, I know this, and I know that. Now it says in 1 Corinthians 8:1, it talks about that knowledge puffs up, but it says, but love edifies. But here's the thing, what Paul is saying, knowledge puffs up, or more likely we call it make a big deal. You know what I'm saying? If you've been hurt by somebody, you know what I'm saying, what happens is, and we look at from a knowledge perspective, we will make a big deal of the hurt or the mistreatment that someone has did to us based upon our knowledge, you know what I'm saying, perspective. And that's what many people today, and that's what creates offense. And that's why people got, you know, negative attitudes towards people, because they know somebody hurt them. No, and you seem like that kind of person that will hurt me. You know what I'm saying? They look at people as, you know, and what's sad about certain people concerning that deal with hurt and think that hurt is supposed to be a part of their, how they, you know, judge people. They start, because a person does similar things to another person that hurt you, they think that this person is just like that person. You know what I'm saying? It could be like if you, a wife, you know what I'm saying, had a husband that abused him, and the husband loved football. You know what I'm saying? And you meet somebody else that, you know, is a nice person, and this person loves football. That person can you know, think, oh, you're just like my husband that loves football. So because you love football, you're going to try to mistreat me just like he is. See, you can get that kind of vision in LV vision concerning lust villain. You start thinking that people villain just because they like the same thing. They like, you know, something like that. And that's a misunderstanding. In that vision, you will have misunderstanding, and you won't have good relationships with people looking in that viewpoint of knowledge. And knowledge puffs up to make a big deal of it. I know y'all know about that. Make a big deal of why you did this, why you did this, why you did it, da 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 da. See, but understanding, see, the love victim vision and love, love will see that no, you're similar to him. You're not him based upon DNA. You're similar to the person that mistreated me. But watch this. But this love operates in understanding. This and it says in Ephesians 1:18, understanding is supposed to enlighten us, enlighten and reveal the details of the situation. See, when you're in understanding, you are enlightened to see the details of an individual. In the details, you're supposed to see that this person's DNA and this person is his or her different person. And you're trying to understand this person for who this person is. And you're trying to understand it, that in those decisions, you will cultivate a proper relationship with this person, and realize that if this person has negative things, that this person is a victim. Well, we all victims, because we came flawed, born in sin, shaped with iniquity. Every human being, it came flawed to this earth. And the thing is, but love that sees a victim will be about understanding the difference of an individual, and be about helping someone to become a better person, to help them see the difference. There's a difference between this person, and this person is going through this, and that person going through that. They're not villains. They're victims, just like everybody else. And that's how we are supposed to have, but we can have either vision. We can look at people in the eyes of love victims or lust villains. Now, as what John said, John says, but if you say you hate your brother and say you love God, he said you're a liar. See what I'm saying? Because here's the thing, God's love is supposed to be about a power of forgiveness and forgiving people that do wrong things to you. You know what I'm saying? This power is supposed to be about forgiving and showing forth the love that is supposed to cast out fear, supposed to cast out darkness. And that's what the power of God's love is supposed to be, a great light that's supposed to help people that have been hurt in their life. That's why he will say that you are a liar, because this is what this love is supposed to be all about. You know what I'm saying? Is what I'm saying. All right, that's the message. Hope you understand it. get the right LV vision. To God be the glory, him forever, ever in Jesus' name.